you'd need a sledgehammer. The numbers are embarrassing. Neanderthal muscle attachment points show biceps that could snap our arms like twigs. Their grip strength averaged 260 pounds, enough to crush a modern human's hand during a friendly greeting. One Neanderthal from Shanidar Cave had a humerus thicker than a baseball bat. Meanwhile, Homo sapiens looked like we'd been designed by committee during a budget crisis. Our teeth were jokes, tiny kernels compared to Heidelbergensis molars that could crack bones. Our jaws were so weak we needed to cook food just to chew it. Our body hair had vanished, leaving us naked in a world where winter meant death. We couldn't see as well as Erectus, couldn't smell as well as Neanderthals, couldn't hear as well as Floresiensis. If you held a prehistoric Olympics, says Dr. Chris Stringer from London's Natural History Museum, Homo sapiens would come in dead last in every physical event. Running, throwing, fighting. Everyone else was better equipped. We were the species voted most likely to go extinct. The Moroccan fossils tell a story of desperate adaptation. Cut marks on animal bones show sapiens were scavengers, sneaking bites from carcasses after real predators finished. We see evidence of them cracking bones for marrow, not because it was delicious, but because every other human species had already claimed the good parts. One juvenile skeleton shows signs of repeated malnutrition. Growth lines in the teeth start and stop like a crashed computer trying to reboot. This child survived multiple famines that would have killed them today, but survived into what? A world where Neanderthal children were learning to hunt mammoths, while sapiens children were learning to hide. The early sapiens toolkit is almost pitifully basic compared to contemporaries. While Neanderthals crafted elaborate levallois points, we were still figuring out which end of the rock to hold. Our camps were smaller, simpler, sadder. We built fires that Neanderthals would have laughed at, tiny things that barely warmed one side while the other froze. But then, around 280,000 years ago, something strange appears in the archaeological record. Mistakes, lots of them. Failed tool designs, experimental hafting, bizarre items with no clear purpose. While other species perfected techniques over millennia, sapiens were failing faster than everyone else. Our camps are littered with broken experiments, abandoned ideas, tools that make no sense. It's like looking at Thomas Edison's garbage, Hublin notes. 99 failures for every success. Other species found what worked and stuck with it for 100,000 years. Sapiens couldn't stick with anything for 100 days. We see evidence of sapiens trying to copy Neanderthal tools badly, attempting Denisovan high-altitude strategies, failing, mimicking Erectus persistence hunting, collapsing from exhaustion. We were the species that couldn't do anything right. Except learn from being wrong. Each failed tool taught us what didn't work. Each botched hunt showed us what to avoid. Each dead sapiens became a lesson for the living. We didn't have strength, so we developed strategy. We couldn't fight, so we learned to think. We couldn't survive alone, so we built networks that spanned continents. The weak muscles that couldn't throw spears hard enough led to the invention of the atlatl, a lever that multiplied force. The pathetic teeth that couldn't chew raw meat led to controlled fire and cooking. The naked skin that couldn't handle cold led to fitted clothing and shelters. Every weakness became a catalyst for innovation. Homo sapiens, Stringer concludes, were evolution's most successful failures. We failed our way to global domination. The strong don't need to change. Only the weak evolve. For 200,000 years before we learned to tie our shoes, Neanderthals ruled Europe with biceps and brains. Forget the knuckle-dragging stereotype. These were the Romans of the Paleolithic, and their empire stretched from Spain to Siberia. La Chapelle-aux-Saints, France, 1908. When archaeologists first reconstructed a Neanderthal skeleton, they made him hunched and stupid-looking. Small problem, the skeleton had severe arthritis. They'd literally built their prejudice around a disabled elder who'd been cared for by his community for